There were four friends, and one day they decided to meet for a get together. So over here we see that three of the four friends they have come, but they're still waiting for the fourth friend to come. That is, he hasn't come as yet. And they had also ordered a pizza for themselves. So they had ordered a pizza for all four of them. Now, while they were waiting for their fourth friend, they felt hungry. Now, what would they do? So they decided that they would divide the pizza into four equal parts and they will have their share and keep the share or keep the portion for the fourth friend so that he can have it when he comes. So that's what they did. So here is this pizza. They divided into two and then four equal parts. So we see that this pizza has been divided into four equal parts. Now these three friends, they took one part each. So each of them has taken one out of the four equal parts and they have kept aside this portion for this friend who hasn't come as yet. Now if I ask you how much pizza is left, that is, how much pizza is left on the plate, how will you represent it? We see that this is a portion of the pizza. That is a part of the pizza, not an entire pizza. And how do we represent a part of a whole? We represent it using fractions. So, this quantity, which is just a portion or a part of an entire thing, can be represented using fractions. Now, what is the fraction? So, first I need to see how many equal parts was the pizza divided into. So the pizza was divided into four equal parts. So I write 4. The total number of equal parts is written at the bottom. So I write 4 here. And how much pizza is left? So how much pizza is there on the plate? 1 out of 4 equal parts. So we are considering 1 out of 4 equal parts. So this portion is 1 out of 4 equal parts. So I can say that 1 by 4 of the pizza is left. So 1 by 4 or 1/4 of the pizza is left on the plate because it is 1 part out of 4 equal parts. Now if I ask you how much pizza has been taken, so what will be your answer? So first, I need to consider how many equal parts the pizza was divided into. So the pizza was divided into 4 equal parts. So this 4 will be at the bottom. And what will be there at top? That is above this line. 4 will be below the line. What will be there above the line? How much pizza has been taken? So how many parts out of these 4 equal parts have been taken? 1, 2, 3. 3 parts out of the 4 equal parts have been taken. So 3 out of 4 equal parts have been taken. So 3 by 4 of the pizza has been taken. So this 3 by 4 is a fraction. Last time we had learned fractions in which we always had 1 on top. But this time we see that we have 3 on top. That is, we are considering 3 parts out of 4 equal parts. And even this is a fraction. So it is not necessary that a fraction will always have 1 on top. So we can have fractions like this which have numbers other than 1 on top. So 3 out of 4 equal parts. So 4 represents total number of parts it is divided into or total number of equal parts it is divided into. And 3, that is the number written on top, represents the number of parts we are talking about. So we are talking about the amount of pizza taken. So that is 3 out of 4 equal parts. Now, what are these numbers called? So the top part, the bottom part, what do we call them? So the number written on top is called the numerator So if I take any fraction, the number written on top, that is the number written above this line, is called the numerator, and the number written on bottom, that is the number written below the line, is called denominator. So these terms are very important. In this fraction, 3 is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. So numerator by denominator. This is how I can represent a fraction. So now if I ask you to represent this colored portion, this yellow colored portion using a fraction, how would you do? So first you need to see how many equal parts is this rectangle divided into. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is divided into 8 equal parts. So I write 8 at the bottom, or 8 is the denominator. Now I know the number written at the bottom or the total number of equal parts is called the denominator. And how many equal parts are colored with yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts are covered with yellow. So 4 is the numerator. So this fraction is 4 by 8. So I can represent this yellow part using a fraction which is 4 by 8. Now if I consider this shape, how can you represent this colored portion? So how many equal parts are there? 2 equal parts. And this colored portion is 1 out of 2 equal parts. So I can write this as 1 by 2. Now in 1 by 2, 1 is the numerator. And 2 is the denominator. Now if I consider this triangle, how many equal parts are there? 3 equal parts. And how many parts are colored? 1, 2. So the colored parts are 2 by 3 of the entire triangle. So the colored parts are 2 by 3 of this portion, this entire portion covered by triangle. Now if I consider this shape, how many equal parts are here? 4. And how many parts are colored? 4. So this can be represented as 4 by 4. So even this is a fraction. So in a fraction, numerator and denominator can be same as well. Still, it is a fraction. Now this circle, how many equal parts are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal parts. So 8 is the denominator. And how many parts are colored? 1, 2, 3. 3 parts are colored. So this is 3 by 8. The colored portion is 3 by 8. So remember, the entire circle is not 3 by 8. The colored portion is represented by 3 by 8. Now what is this colored portion? So there are 2 parts and the colored portion is 1 out of 2 equal parts. So it is half or 1 by 2. So this 1 by 2 represents this colored portion. Now what is this? What does this colored portion represent? How many parts are here? 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. But are they equal parts? No, they are not equal parts. But for fraction, we need equal parts. So I cannot represent it using a fraction because there are unequal parts. So I cannot represent this using a fraction. Now what about this? There are 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. And how many parts are colored? 1, 2. So I can represent it using 2 by 4. What about this? So although there are 4 parts, but as you can clearly see, they are not equal parts. So I cannot represent it using a fraction. So the parts are unequal parts. So I cannot represent it using a fraction. So now can you answer this? Can you represent it using a fraction? Can you represent the colored portion using a fraction? So how many parts are here? 4 parts. And there are 1, 2, 3 colored portions. So 3 by 4. Now can you represent this one using a fraction? So how many parts are here? There are 4 parts. But as you can clearly see, they are not equal. So the parts are not equal. So I cannot represent it using a fraction. And if I look at this one, so are they equal parts? No. Once again, we do not have equal parts. So I cannot represent it using a fraction. So what are fractions? Fractions represent a portion or a part of an entire thing. So if you look at these images where you have fractions, you will see that they represent a part. So this colored portion is actually a part of this rectangle. This colored portion is actually a part of this shape. And I can represent it using a fraction. A fraction has 2 components, numerator and denominator. Denominator is written at the bottom. It tells total number of equal parts. Numerator is written on top. It tells the number of parts that we are representing or that we have. So 3 by 4 means 3 out of 4 equal parts. So this is how you can write fractions. If you like this video, then subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all the learning resources as per CBSE, ICSE, IB, Cambridge or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures on maths, science, English and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve the slightest of your doubts. And that's not all. You can also win exciting prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it is rewarding too. So register for free now.